So today it decided it wanted to snow yet again. So in the kitchen today we have some pinto beans, some white rice, and we're going to have, I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do cheese biscuits or if I'm going to do cornbread. If I have block cheese, I'll do cheese biscuits, but if not, I'll probably do the cornbread. And let me tell y'all, these beans smells absolutely amazing. I am making these beans today with smoked turkey tail. Normally, sometimes I do mix my meats. So I do like smoked neck bones. Sometimes I do mix it like with the turkey tail and the neck bones. But normally, if I'm making navy beans, I make it with smoked neck bones. And I also put my bacon grease, my fat in here. But they smell amazing. They smell so good. And I can't wait for dinner to get on its way today because it's going to be so good. But that is what is on the menu today. And I promised my people that I would make them something sweet on Sundays when we have dinner. But y'all, I don't know why I did that. Why did I do that? So I have to go and find something what I have. So, yeah. Hey y'all, happy Friday Junior. Welcome back to the channel. How are you guys? I hope y'all are doing well. I'm doing all right. I am out ahead of this snowstorm that we are supposed to be getting, allegedly, right? Allegedly. So we're supposed to be getting a snowstorm. Today is a gorgeous, beautiful, melt the snow away that we had from before type of day, because it is like almost, I think today's supposed to be almost 50 degrees. So right now the car is reading 43 and it is almost 10:30 in the morning. So that says it all right there. But so I'm out here. I really didn't need food because if you watched my last video, I did a grocery haul, but it always feels like I'm supposed to go and pick up a couple of things and then still end up with a lot of things. So that's that. But I have not had anything to eat this morning, and I just picked up this Oikos Fusion Muscle and Digestive little protein shake. It's 23 grams of protein, 5 grams of prebiotic fiber, no sugar added. So I picked this here up. It's vanilla. I'm about to drink it. I've had these before, but I never had vanilla. So I'm about to see. I do have taste for a matcha because that matcha powder, I did not like it. Okay. So yeah, that matcha, I need my one. So I'm going to go on Amazon to see if they have it so that I can order it, because I did not like that matcha powder. That jade. Is it jade matcha? I don't know. Maybe I did it wrong. I don't know, but it wasn't giving. So there is this place that I want to go to real quick, but I do have ice cream in the car. So I need to be hurrying up and getting back. I just wanted to come on, say hello, and I'll see you guys when I get back to the house.
In the crowd, in the club, at the bar, yo, what's up? I saw you cross the room.
I got this makeup storage. Girl, let me move this stuff out the way. Y'all seen these before. Well, Aldi has it this week in their little aisle of shame for $20. I don't know if I want to put this in my closet. I have to revamp my closet to make it more functional. I don't have a lot of space, so I need it to be functional and not cutesy for a vibe. Okay, so I got this. I don't know if I'm going to use it in the closet or if I'm going to put it in the bathroom, because we remodeled the bathroom last year and I didn't do anything to the bathroom either. So it's kind of been like a plain Jane. Just take your bath and get out. It's not a vibe in the bathroom. I want to put a vibe in the bathroom. So I am, oh shoot. Okay, so this is what it looked like. Y'all know I love gold, right? Okay. What's this brand? Kirkton House. Come on, Kirkton House, Aldi. So they had this color and they had a green, like a mint green. Okay, so this is cool. So I don't know. I might put this in the closet. So yeah. I ain't even gonna keep the box. We gonna throw the box on in the trash. I also got this Crofton brand bento box. It's a 2-tier bento box. This is good. And then it also comes with utensils. Shockingly, these hand towels are really soft. I was kind of taken aback by it. I didn't expect them to be as soft as they are, but these are really, really soft. And this is a pack of 4 of hand towels. They had bath towels too, but I was kind of trying to hurry up and do what I needed to do so I could get back home. So I didn't even check out the bath towels, but they had this. So I guess Kirkton House is there. It says luxury 4-pack hand towel set. So yeah, this is cool. So then they had chopsticks, y'all. They had chopsticks. These are some silver chopsticks. That's all of the house stuff I got. But y'all, next week, that Aldi Hall of Shame. Aisle of Shame next week is going to be popping. Okay? Popping. If you shop at Aldi, Aldi, wherever you're from, depending on where you're from is how you say it. But they are all not created equal. Okay, I will say that. They are not all created equal. They don't always have the same things. The produce sometimes is fresher at others. If you know, you know. You know what I mean. Okay. Finally, I've been searching for this vanilla bean Greek yogurt. Finally found it. So I was happy about that. Look at these strawberries. Look at these strawberries. Amazing. Look, they're so big. And then it made me think about it because during the summer, the strawberries were not strawberrying. They weren't. Look at these strawberries. Look how humongous this strawberry. Oh my God. I had some really good strawberries that I got last week. I tore those strawberries up. And they had kombucha. This one, I've never had the citrus immune boost kombucha. So this is that one that I picked up. This is from Aldi. And then the pink lady apple. I had this before. So I got that. And I got my bone broth, y'all, because every time, I don't like the snow, but I look forward to the snow. And this is just a ritual that I do when it does snow. I make homemade chicken noodle soup, and oh my God, I can't wait to eat that chicken noodle soup. So I'm going to be doing that. And then I just picked up I finally got some, leg quarters because I like to do my broth or my stock with that. So I got some leg quarters because I like the dark meat. with my chicken noodle soup. It's gonna be so good, and I cannot wait to eat it. And then y'all, if y'all see this bread, if you shop at Aldi and you see this small batch everything sourdough bread, pick it up. Yeah, pick it up. Toast it. So good. This bread is so good. And it has flax seeds, poppy seeds, onion, and garlic. This is so good, y'all. And it's not too thick, it's not too thin. So it's later on in the day. I said that I was not going to buy anything else when it came to paper products. However, I did see someone had went to Michael's and they had their Valentine's Day edition paper pads, but they didn't show the paper pads. Like they didn't actually show. It was just like a glance. And I was like, "Oh my god, those are so cute." And then Nicole went to Michael's and she actually got the paper pads, and I actually got to see the inside of the paper pads. And so I am so glad that I was able to see someone who actually purchased it before I ventured to Michael's, went, got disappointed because I didn't like it. Well, anyway, I like them. I love them. And I got two. So here is the first one. And do you see the red foil? Oh my God. So adorable. Like, can you see that? What? What? What is the name of this paper pad? It doesn't even say. And then this is the other one. Super adorable. And it's very heavy, thick cardstock, and they are just so cute, y'all. So cute. If you are into papers, planning, journaling, scrapbooking, all of those things for Valentine's Day coming up, so good. If you have the little paper cutter, not only cards, like greeting cards from them, you could even make like dashboards for the month of February. You can just like pop these in your planner. Just like the possibilities are endless with these, and there are 12 designs in each of them, and it's three sheets each of each design. And so the paper is thick, it's heavy, and they also have the mini paper pads as well, but I like the big ones. First of all, if there is anyone who is watching this video, who come across this video, um or you're going to have to be a caretaker in some capacity, just know that we here. I see you, right? Whether it be a parent, a child, a sibling, um, caretaking is a job in itself. And if you let it, or if you allow for it, it will take a toll on you. And this is why I say that it's so important to get something about yourself that you enjoy doing. You know, get something that brings you joy. Make sure you lean into getting something that brings you joy. Romanticize everything that you do. If that is making a cup of coffee, because let me tell you something, I romanticize making a cup of coffee, and Being over there in my coffee corner making my coffee brings me so much joy. The mugs, it brings me joy. Do things that bring you joy, no matter if other people don't understand exactly why you do the things that you do, why you move the way that you move, and why you think the way that you think, right? Because they don't have to understand anything that you do. The only person that needs to understand it is you. No one needs to understand why I have 50 million pieces of paper. The only people that need to understand that is me. It brings me joy. So I am going to do exactly that, right? Because you only get one shot at this life. And so it's very important that if you are someone who is a caretaker and you have a lot of things on your plate that you're thinking about, you have to find little pockets of joy. You have to. You have to make time for yourself. If that is taking a shower in the dark, if that is taking an extra 10 minutes with lotioning your legs, buying things that are going to help you, your skincare, all of those things, right, matters because you matter too, and you cannot forget about you. So never forget about you. It's not that you are veering off from the person that you are taking care of, because trust me, while we don't have a whole entire village, right? We are our village. We are our village that is in this household right now. I don't have family members that live in this state. Everybody is out of state, right? And so it's important that your partner also understands that you're going to need pockets of joy. The partner also needs pockets of joy. If that means you have to take turns, then that's just what it means. You have to take turns. You have to be there for one another, right? So I just want to say that while some people may make it look as easy as they do, trust me, I understand that caretaking is not for the weak. Mothers, we are nurturers by nature anyway. They call we are the jack of all trades, right? We are the mom, the wife, the doctor, the nurse, you know, all of those things, right? We're all of those things. However, when it comes down to someone who really has to be waited on hands and feet, and their freedom is taken away from them because they are no longer able to do things for themselves. And I like to say, my God, for now, right? I'd like to say for now. And there are so many pieces that this conversation will allow for. But I just want to say to anybody who is a caretaker, or this may come into your path, you have aging parents, and we know as the parents get older, they don't like to listen. And we all joke about that, right? But I think it's so important. The most important thing is, if you are a caretaker, I know that you get tired. I know that you want time to yourself. You have to make that time for yourself. If nobody, if nobody is going to give it to you, you have to take it. You have to take it. That's just like you driving. And you trying to merge into traffic and nobody wants to give you a break. Guess what? You're going to have to put that thing, you going to have to gas up and take it. You're going to have to take what you want. And that's my word. That's Mama TJ's word for today, right? You're going to have to take it by any means necessary. My experience, let me tell you something, it blew my mind. If you have somebody that you care about, that you love, that you say you love, I beg you, if that person ever has to go to the hospital or to a rehab facility, you better be there. You better be there. You gotta be there. You have to be there. You have to. I remember pressing the bell. Like when we first got to the rehab. I will say this. Now, I'm going to say this about the hospital. Whenever I did press the bell, I didn't have to wait 30 minutes. Now I'm gonna say that I'll give credit where credit is due. I'm not into giving false statements, right? To make the story sound like, but the bedside manners could have been a lot better from certain people at the hospital. And I had to go off at the hospital too. But at the rehab facility, I remember pressing the bell and nobody came. About 15 minutes had passed. And then Dad went out to someone who was a nurse who had her cart. Excuse me. And that nurse was not even my daughter's nurse or the aide or whoever was supposed to come, whoever takes care of the call bell. And I remember like, dang, so just say, for instance, my daughter was able to press the call bell. And nobody showed up. And I was there, y'all. I was there. A family member was there. So can you imagine if nobody was there? It breaks my heart. Just even thinking about not being there breaks my heart. Just thinking about it. And I was there. It's gut wrenching. Switching the schedule for the therapy. Oh, tomorrow therapy's at 10:15. Then they come in 10 minutes before 9 o'clock. Oh, 9 o'clock. It's a 9 o'clock opening. Come now. Can you imagine had I not been there to get my baby ready to go to her therapy session? And then they just coming in, pulling her this way, that way, and I'm not there? I stopped that. I said, wait a minute. I said, we don't just roll up out the bed. Like, we got to wash our face. We got a 10-step skincare routine. I don't. But homegirl did. Like, talk about walk out of the house looking like a glazed donut. Baby, please. That was sick. I said, damn, girl, I see me through your face. Like, we don't roll like that. We just not rolling up out of the bed looking any sorts of way. And I don't care if we are just going to therapy. Like, what is going on here? Like, y'all just can't keep doing that. I understand that schedules change. A therapist call out, they're late for whatever reason. They have families too. But baby, if we're not gonna be ready. So I can't even imagine, like, healthcare has really gone to shits, y'all. It really has gone to shits. And you got to be there for your family member because God knows what them people will do to them. I'm telling you. On TikTok, I've been seeing a lot about the healthcare field, nurses and like bad bedside manners and things like that. Let me tell y'all something right now. And while this experience, I'll just say this. We were in the ICU for 48 days. We never we never stepped down. Or I should say we never went to like eye yellow, E blue. We didn't do that. We left straight from ICU to inpatient at a rehab facility. Okay. And I mentioned this on Instagram a while back about the experience of being in the hospital. I have a healthcare background, right? Not clinical, administrative, right? And so while I've never worked with patients directly as a clinician, I am well aware that people need to be empathetic. They need to have good bedside manners, and they need to possess those skills. And I also had read something today when it was saying that a lot of these new nurses are just chasing a vibe and a paycheck, right? Pretty scrubs, drinking matchas and drink your iced coffee. And, now ain't nothing wrong with your scrubs fitting. I'm not saying none of those things. You can be a vibe. You could be a whole vibe, baby, with your face beat, all that. However, if the vibe don't match you providing bedside manners and care and empathy to your patients, baby, I don't give a fuck about the vibe. Okay? I don't. While I did not experience those type of things, what I did experience, and I've mentioned this on Instagram before, was just a bunch of, like, we weren't as parents supposed to show up the way that we did. And it really bothered me so. That bothered me so because I was saying, well, damn, y'all don't have any children or loved ones that, if something catastrophic happened to them, that you wouldn't be here every single day and spending the night. I am not here to micromanage none of you hoes. Baby, you can go to the nurse's station and be on TikTok and Snapchat and Instagram. But as long as you take care of my loved one, I don't care what you do. I don't care nothing about that. What I care about is you caring for the patient and not being snooty when people are asking you questions, right? Because I had to get a hoe off of uh my patient's care because I had enough. I had enough of her. It was something I had asked. And then the straw that broke the camel's back was, well, you can go and ask somebody. Wait, ho. I'm not challenging you. I'm asking you a question, baby, because I don't know the answer. And if you don't know the answer, then that's what you should have said. I'm not sure. I'll find out for you. I'll be right back. Or if you don't mind, when I'm done with Mrs. Smith or my next patient, then I'll come back. I'll let you know. Not be snooty towards me and say, you can ask. I'm not asking nobody. I ain't asking nobody else. You gonna find out. And then I'm gonna go tell the DON or your manager, I don't want her no more taking care of my daughter. I don't want her no more. Okay, Susie? Susie, you're done.